Greetings everyone, I am Dr. Wolf, and recently during a live stream, Tara Strong, the voice of Twilight Sparkle in MLP G4, had something rather interesting to say. I mean, take a look at this.
I am your childhood, I've heard that before. Is Twilight coming back? Not for Gen 5, but maybe there'll be other things. I'm sure there'll always be Equestria Girl things, which is a lot of fun to do.
Twilight won't be a part of Generation 5. At least as far as Tara Strong knows. Now, there are a few possibilities with this. First off, it could be that Twilight Sparkle really doesn't have anything to do with Generation 5. Or it could be that this is a case much like the 3D Pinkie Pie, where a new voice actress is planned for the character and Tara Strong just hasn't been informed about it. Now, Tara did say that she expects Twilight to be a part of side projects. She specifically mentions Equestria Girls, and yeah, that does seem to be going on for the foreseeable future. But the idea of not having Twilight Sparkle be a part of Generation 5, or the fact that she could, just with the different voice actress, I'm not entirely sure what to think. As far as having Twilight return but a different voice actress, I'm not sure I'd be looking forward to that all that much, especially with how G4 came to an end. It was such a beautiful way to have all of the main six together with Spike just staring off as the book closed. It was such a lovely moment, and I think it is a great way to end their story. I understand that they're continuing Season 10 in the comics. Whenever that happens, everything's getting delayed these days. But it's not continuing the story after where things are left off right here. Honestly, I think I'd be okay if Twilight Sparkle was not a part of Generation 5. And by extension, the rest of the main six for that matter. It could be that Generation 5 takes part in an entirely different land far removed from Equestria, and even though there will be pony characters of course, I like the idea that pony characters would not be the norm, that in a far off land with all kinds of fantastical creatures, that you have several pony characters, but for the most part, they are the minority. I also like the idea of just creating an entirely new world for new characters to explore and for all of us to be introduced to. I'd rather not have to keep revisiting Twilight Sparkle and the gang over and over and over. I mean, they're bringing these characters back for Pony Life, and from what little we know, it's going to be a very tonally different show from what we've been used to. And of course, Equestria Girls shorts and specials are going to continue for the foreseeable future. I mean, you still got the characters, at least in that respect. But since Tara Strong doesn't think that Twilight is going to be returning for Generation 5, we have to assume that this should be the case. There's still a possibility that, again, like the 3D Pinkie Pie, they're just going to bring in new voice actresses for each of the characters, but I honestly would prefer to leave the characters we've come to know over the years alone. Use them for side projects here and there, maybe for the movie that's coming out next year that's supposed to bridge the gap between G4 and G5. Personally, I'm okay if the writers and animators don't include Twilight Sparkle and the rest of the main six, or even Spike for that matter. It's okay to introduce new characters and new stories and new lands and new rules for those lands. It's okay to experiment. I will always have a soft spot in my heart for MLP G4 and for all the characters that we've grown to love over the years. If one of the VAs say that her character isn't returning, I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd look forward to Generation 5 a little more if they're not going to run those characters into the ground over and over with similar stories. But then, what do each of you think? Given that Tara Strong would be one of the very few people in the know about the character that she helped to bring to light, do you believe that it's possible that Generation 5 will have Twilight Sparkle return just with a different voice actress? Or is it that Twilight Sparkle is only going to be used for side projects here on out, and they're just going to be introducing a brand new world with brand new characters. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.